still chasing fire through the years half slowed. Weights on my back, sweat in my eyes. Old man's fight never says die. Old man on the mat, still standing tall. One more round, yeah, I've heard it all. Grip the edge, don't let it slip. Strength in the soul, strength in the grip.
Hey, old man on the Mat crew, this is Tony Jones coming with another great episode of, and yes, I'm talking fast because I haven't had any sleep, but I'm drinking coffee for the first time in years, man. So I'm going to be vibrating here. But guys, I'm excited to talk to this guy. This guy, I'm telling you, he's an actor, which, you know, is really cool there. And he's a fitness model, so if you saw his pictures, yeah, we're all a little jealous. The guy's a Marine, which is really awesome. Appreciate what you do, brother. But he's got some great stuff coming out. But we're going to jump right into this. This guy's name is Kevin Caliber. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, Tony. Thanks for having me.
Hey, did I say your name right?
You did.
All right,
just
good.
like bang bang, like it's a fake name. I'm not gonna lie.
There you go. You have to in Hollywood, man.
That's right.
Man, so, you know, look, I found you on Instagram. I mean, I do a lot of I stalk a lot of people on Instagram because, you know, we sit around, we do nothing for a while, and I'm just going through and I see you and I'm like, okay, he's just another fitness guy, you know, so let's see what they have to offer. And I'm always looking at these because I'm always trying to find different exercise routines and stuff. And then I see you and I say, hey, this guy's deeper than that. This guy's got some stuff going on. He's a fitness model, Marine, actor. Man, how did you get involved in all this? Are you in California?
Not anymore. I just moved out of California just earlier this year. I spent about 13 years out in Cali. I did 2 runs out in Cali. First one was for the Marine Corps. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri, so just a Midwest guy with, trying to get out of Midwest and make the most of it. And I went to California and fell in love with California. And unfortunately, the last couple of years, it's kind of fell out of love with it. So just moved down to Texas to be able to enjoy the next phase of my life.
Yes. You know, every time I hear California, I'm not judging anybody for living there. I'm not getting political. I'm not doing any of that. But what I am telling you is, I've had layovers to Hawaii several times and never left the airport because I just don't want to be in California. I slept at the airport for like 6 hours just so I don't have to leave out. I didn't want to go do nothing in California.
Yeah, that's fair. Whenever I go there, it's mostly the hiking and the nature that I really miss because it just has beautiful landscape. And you know, I was there for a movie premiere just a couple months ago, and I hiked every single day, even delayed. I took a slightly later flight so I'd go climb a mountain in the morning and then drive straight off the mountain straight to the airport to hop on a plane home. So it's just the nature and just the hiking and the mountains is really what I miss most, to be honest with you. Outside of the politics and people, you know, I could do without that.
I know. I got one of my shirts on my site says, "Ew, people," you know, so it's like I had enough of people, especially in Cali, man. But, man, I'm telling you, man, it is so unique. It's so beautiful out there. Everyone talks about it. I've literally, like I said, those times I just laid over, just never had a desire to stop and do anything. But everyone talks how beautiful it is. You have the wine country up north, correct? Am I mistaken?
Oh, yeah.
You ever get up
North
through there?
And south, yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's Napa Valley up north and Temecula down south. So there's a pretty robust little bit of everything. I mean, you literally surf and ski in the same day. So
wow,
it's pretty amazing. So if you're the adventurous type, the outdoorsy type, you can't really beat it because you do have the mountains, the beach, and you know, the snow mountains and the warm mountains, the desert, all that good stuff. So it is cannot be, as an active person, because I'm a very, very active outdoorsy person.
Yeah, I can see by your body, dude.
I just couldn't handle the winters in Missouri anymore. I mean, it's
brutal.
I was good on that. So I ended up down in Texas here, and while I do love the weather, it's flat everywhere. So I am missing out on, I need some hills in my life. So
that's good stuff, man. I'm actually going to be in Texas next week. I'm going to Texas, man. Never been there. Friends have been there so many times. I've just never been there because right now I'm semi-retired, so I'm every 3 months I'm just shooting to somewhere else, you know. And so, yeah, man, it's enjoying life today, or for right now for the next, I think another month. I'll be here in Somerset, Kentucky, off of Lake Cumberland, and a beautiful little area, man. But I'm gonna bounce around, man.
Good for you. No, I've me too. That was one of the reasons I just counted them up. I've been in 19 states and 3 countries this year between working and just traveling. I just got done with a 6-state road trip with my sister just to go see sights, and it's just something
That's
that I
cool.
love to do. I mean, I've been to many countries. It's just I want to see the entire world and experience everything. So I'm the same way, just to bounce around. And as I
Yeah.
said, not afraid of nothing against people that, they
Yeah.
say like 75% of people or something ridiculous don't leave the zip code that
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
grew up in,
Yeah.
which is fine. You live within shouting distance to
Yeah.
your parents. There's nothing wrong with that. But doing big state cross country moves is a big thing. But
Oh
it
yeah.
makes you more of a just the experiences. I remember the
Oh
first
yeah.
time I did a Euro trip, and not to be dramatic, but I felt like it changed me as a person. I was
Really?
in my it was the first time I ever really left. It was the first time I ever left North America. And I went all over Europe with my buddies. We backpacked. We went running with the bulls. We did some of
Wow.
the craziest stuff. And just experiencing that culture, again, not
Yeah.
to sound dramatic or over the top, but I really felt like who might change my outlook on life. And it was just because every little thing that you do does add up to those, just your experiences is what makes you who you are.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. We're going all over the place here, and that's awesome. I love this. I love the travel. I want to hear, and everybody wants to hear your story. How do you get to this point? Because your mindset is really cool. You like to travel. You like to be fitness, fitness mindset. I have a few questions about you actors who stay in great shape. I'm a little pissed off about it. You guys look great all the time.
Well, I'll be honest with you, anytime people really ask me, like, how do you have abs year round? I was like, trust me, you don't want it. It's too much work. It's too boring. It's eating the exact same thing for breakfast and lunch every day, and you get to zing it up a little bit for dinner. But
Oh
for the
man.
most part, it was just kind of slowly coming into that.
Yeah.
I was just a kid in the 80s that loved action movies. And I watched
Yeah.
American Gladiators, and I watched
Oh
Arnold
yeah.
Schwarzenegger and
Oh yeah.
Stallone. And I said, that's
Oh
what
yeah.
I want to be. And I love sports, loved athletics growing up. But then I actually had a major knee surgery when I was only 15 years old,
Oh
and I
wow.
never played another organized sport again. I could play on like pick up volley, I
Yeah.
play like
Yeah.
beach volleyball and things like that, but
Yeah.
never no more football, no more basketball, at
Oh
least on the
man.
competitive level. And ended up having 3 surgeries over 3 years. And
Holy
then
cow,
it
man.
was so much. I mean, my initial goal was to have, the college football scholarship or something like that. That was the initial dream. And,
Yeah.
coming out of the Midwest, it's hard to get out of the Midwest. And then, yeah, it just didn't go like that. So I ended up having I was on medical waivers to even be able to join the Marine Corps. They didn't
Really? Holy
really
cow.
want to let me in. And then actually ended up, my stint ended up being shorter than what it should have been. It ended up being
Yeah.
just over 3 years because the knee started aggravating me. And then
Yeah.
they took me to the doctor. They said I got tendonitis. I got all this other stuff. And it's a bummer because I was only, early 20s. I mean,
Yeah.
I should
Yeah.
be at my prime. So I went back to Missouri. I kind of went through a little bit of a depressing time.
Yeah.
Gained weight. Everybody in the military or post sports, the big knee
Oh
operation.
yeah.
Everybody, you see it in everybody
Yeah.
that happens to, and just put on the weight and was in a spot where I didn't really want to be. And
Yeah.
I'm almost, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm about 50 pounds heavier than whenever I was 15 years old, right? Or
Wow.
lighter. I'm sorry, I'm 50
Oh,
pounds lighter than when I was 15 years old. I was 50 pounds
that's
heavier
even
now.
crazy.
I'm 4 inches taller and 50 pounds lighter. So you could imagine the bot, but it was,
Oh,
again,
that's
it was
insane.
being that kid that, I ate everything. I was trying to play competitive football, and then I shattered my knee, and I was on the
Jeez.
couch for 6 months, just still having that appetite.
Yep.
I would
Yeah.
still lift weights a little bit, but with zero cardio, or my heart rate probably never got up above 80 in those days, and the weight just kind of stacked on, and
Yeah.
I lost it for the military, gained it back post military, because again, that's what happens.
Yeah.
And really, I was about 24, 25, and I said that I was kind of done with the living like that.
Yeah.
And then that's whenever I got into marathoning, and then which powerlifting, and then later on bodybuilding, and it just kind of just a lot of it also came out of, honestly, like, almost, I hate to say boredom, but living back in
Okay.
Missouri, I was trying to do kind of the regular job thing. I was kind of
Yeah.
bouncing around in careers. I was a mailman. I was
Oh,
I worked in,
really?
yeah, I was a Saturday mailman. I was working in civil engineering for a few
Oh,
years. I was
wow.
doing construction. I was just, trying to find my way.
Yeah.
And then whenever I turned 30, that was something's got to give. So
Yeah.
that's where I made the move to LA and really gave the full run. I was at the time I was personal training. I was doing and then where I got to LA, I was trying to do stunts. I was trying to do anything that I could. So again, always being a movie fan, and I was like, how could I do this? And now being in LA, all of a sudden I was figuring out that I can make a living at it with doing, 9 different things at once, because it is the hustle culture out in LA.
Yeah.
I didn't want the 9 to 5. I didn't want that. So I did anything that I could to get on set. And then that's whenever just being open-minded and staying in good shape, that got me, the fitness modeling. I've been on like 50 book covers. I've done, it's like been in, like whatever. I've been in tons of, stunts in movies as well as acting.
Oh,
and
man.
I mean, it's like one of those things where I was there and all of a sudden my abs literally got me into the movie 300 Rise of an Empire.
Oh,
And,
man.
Yeah, it was my first big movie set, and it was just the abs. That's all that they cared about. It was the,
all those guys were chiseled for the first one, 300, and the second one.
yeah.
I'm like, these guys were Adonises, man.
Oh yeah, it was my first time ever getting a spray tan. I'd never even been in a tan. I've still never even been in a tanning booth before.
Holy
and I
cow.
go there and they're like, great. And they're sitting there, they're giving me the spray tan and they're making you look your best. And I just, I'm looking around. I'm like, wow, this is like I'm here amongst like the best of the best.
Yeah.
And I was only in LA for like 6 months at that time. So I really started to lean into that.
Really? Just 6 months you got all that?
6 months, yeah. I think it was it was right at the 6.5 month mark. And then right after that, it was started getting in Marvel movies, and I got in like Ninja Turtles, and also it's like,
man.
I was like, I'm just a big kid, and I felt like I had a little bit of the imposter syndrome.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I was like, what am I doing here? It's a dream, like that you that you could wake up from it at any time. But I just kept going with it and just kept going further and further. And then one of the big turning points was I played Superman, and I played Superman in the Supergirl pilot. And
what? Wait. Let
so,
me show you my tattoo here, Superman. If you can see it,
it.
I can't see it. If you can see it, oh, where'd it go? Ah! I love Superman. There you go. There you go. I love Superman. That is classic, man.
Yeah. So, and it was one where I went in for the first fitting. I mean, they pulled me right from the audition. They said, "Let's take you over," and I was on Warner Brothers lot. What? And they took me right over and immediately got me measured for the suit. And it took like almost a month to build the suit. So I start getting in great shape. And by the time that they came to, by the time it came to filming, the seamstress was almost mad at me because they had to take it in so much on the way. She's like, "You're not the person that," I go, "Well, I'm getting in great shape. I'm super." So they're going off the measurements from last month.
Oh,
they're we're about 33-inch waist. All of a sudden I come in and I'm a tight 30.5-inch waist. I'm just hulking out, and they're like, "We need to like add a new zipper back here."
Wow.
I was like, "Oh, I'm coming in shape. If I'm gonna be Superman."
Holy cow, that's awesome. Man, you're making my day, brother. Keep going. I'm geeking over here.
Well, I'll go one past that. So then I started competing, just because I was just a guy that liked to work out. You know, people always told me like, "You're not big enough to be a bodybuilder," and I'm like, "That's fine. You have to dedicate your full life to be a full blown bodybuilder." But then the physique class came in, and then that started being, it was more of the shredded, type guys. And then whenever I realized that was a thing, another guy that I met was competing out in Mr. Muscle Beach down in Venice Beach, California. And I looked at it, I go, "Man, I would love to do that." He's like, "Well, come on along. I'll train you and coach you."
Oh, that's cool.
So it started getting to the point I had to get up at 5 a.m. every day to train before he went to work. And I dedicated like 6 months to doing that every single day. And it just became part of the thing. And you see the change in your body. And I want to say I was 32 at the time. Yeah. And it was just, you're starting to hit your physical prime there. Your athletic prime is in your 20s, but your actual physical muscular prime is way later. It's closer to 40. Yeah. So I started doing that, and then did okay. My first comp, I didn't place my first one. Second one, I got like third place. And I was like,
not bad.
Wow, third place. Yeah. Huh? I was out of like 20 guys. I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Right? So so I even decided to go a little bit heavier the next year. And, once you have that first one behind you,
Yeah.
they do get easier. It's like anything that you're doing. The first time you run a mile, the first whatever,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not a millionaire, but they always say the first million is the hardest.
That's right. Yeah. I'm still working on it. I gave up on the other one.
Exactly. Aren't we all?
Yeah.
But so that second year came along, and then I finished second place.
Nice.
And now you see it that it's right there.
Yeah.
So by the time third year came along, I was ready for it. It was getting a little better because really you're competing against yourself with basically almost anything that you do.
Yeah.
And that third year ended up taking home that first place trophy. And it's just being out there on stage. They call it, it's just like that shocked,
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and it was funny because I had just booked a show, which at the time was the biggest show I had ever booked. It was called Future Man. It was a show on Hulu. And it was a Seth Rogen produced show.
Okay.
And in it, I'm kind of a surfer bro type.
Yeah.
So I booked it, and then we didn't shoot for like another month. And in that month time, I was in prep mode.
Yeah.
So the first scene that we did was a beach volleyball scene that was kind of ripping off the original Top Gun. There's the the purest, manliest volleyball scene ever. And I showed up, and I shaved the body. I got a spray tan. I treated it like I was competing.
Oh, man.
I wanted to show up to be the best that I could be. And I showed up, and the lead actor, who was the guy that was on my team, he took one look at me because he wasn't expecting me to look like that. He took one look at me. He's like, "What the hell? Like, I'm gonna look bad standing next to this guy." He's like, "I'm playing with the Hulk over here." I make you look good. You make me look good. It's like, you're the star of the show. I'm only here, for, to be the aesthetic. But it ended up being a great experience. From that one, I ended up getting 3 seasons on that show. So to that point, it was the biggest show that I had ever done. And
that's cool.
And it just, like I said, just so happened to line up. I'm like 3 days out of competition. I'm like, oh, this isn't even fair. Like, I've been training for years for this moment.
Yeah. Oh, man. Now, so you're just basically always in shape. Am I correct? I know you may have your little off taste, but you're always in shape.
Yeah, I mean, I go in and out of whatever it is that I'm really training for. And that's one of the good things is that, to me, the mindset of always having something to look forward to, no matter what that is. Some people want to look good for that one day of a lifetime, like their wedding or their all of a sudden their 20-year anniversary or reunions coming up. They want to drop a few pounds to look good for that. For me, I always assume that I'm going to have a gig like next week. And there has been gigs where I've booked them strictly because I'm showing up to these things, and you get these other guys that are on tape that are being like, oh, I can have a 6-pack in a week, which the average guy that is super shape, you dehydrate down right all the time. You almost crash dieted, and you hit the sauna, you hit extra, and all of a sudden your abs will show up if you're even relatively close. You could go from, 13% body fat down below 12 pretty quickly. Yeah. So once the guys, because they make you pop your shirt off these auditions.
Oh, as soon as you're there, they're taking your clothes off.
It's like let's see what you look like. Yeah. And if you're not in that shape right then and there, because sometimes they're booking things that are only shooting in 2 days. And
really?
So many of them, it's just like, shooting tomorrow. Are you available? You're like, yeah.
Wow.
And that's been something that you kind of always want to be ready. And that's kind of my motto. And so for me, it was, like I said, it was always something to look forward to. So when I was in my 20s and I was a mailman, I was always planning another marathon. So I had a reason to run. Otherwise, why are you getting up at 6 a.m. to run before work? If you have no motivation or no goal towards, it makes it really tough. But if you look at it and you say, okay, I'm running a marathon in April. Yeah. So I know if I'm running in April, I know in December, I got to be averaging 12 miles a week or whatever. And then you increase every week. Wow. You get that big 16, 20-week calendar and you have it out. Yeah. Or if also I'm like, I know that I'm going to compete at Muscle Beach on 4th of July. Yeah. I know that come February, I'm like, all right, 6 months out, because literally to be that good, you got to do it like 6 months out. Really? And that's still one that I hate to tell people whenever they come to me. They go, oh, I'm going on vacation next week. How do I get in shape? I'm like, oh, that you start 6 months ago.
Yeah, right.
Right. I wish I had a good answer for you, but I guess eat salads for the next week. And
I
wish for
guess
the
starve yourself.
best. Yeah.
Holy cow, man! But you know, the way you think is so right. We always think. I think human nature, we're all that way. We're all. I mean, me and most people I know, we're last minute guys. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what? We're going on a trip to Hawaii next, in 6 months. And a month away, you're thinking, crap, these swim trunks don't fit. What do I do? But your mindset is always be in shape.
And even with that, like I shot a movie 2 months ago, and the guy told me, I mean, the director flat out said, he goes, look your best. I mean, feel whatever it is you want to feel. I want you to look like an action star. So I was trying to have that, I wanted to look like Commando or something. So I bought, clothes that are a little smaller. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was wearing a size small shirt because in a small I look gargantuan. I'm normally a medium or a large. But you put me, the clothes make all the difference. You put me in an extra large, I just look like a regular schlubby guy. Small and give me a pump. I mean, I look like Schwarzenegger, at 185 pounds.
Wow,
And,
smart, man.
Like I said, I bought smaller pants, smaller shirt, and I was so sucked into them, and I looked immaculate and got in great shape. Next thing you know, we gotta go do reshoots, and he's like, "We gotta go pick up more. We're in editing. We didn't get it all, so I'm like, all right. I could either go back to the store and rebuy I just bought it at Target. It's not like I bought some fancy outfit. I just went to Target. I was like, do I go back to Target? Do I buy the next size up? Like, no, I get in shape again because this is what I do.
That's right. But your mindset is you're always in shape. Well, that's your whole thing. Like you just said, this is what I do. You're in shape, so it's easy to say, okay, let's go do a reshoot. I'm ready to do some.
Oh, absolutely. And with that, I've always kind of employed it as part of my job.
Okay.
And that's one of the things I love is that whenever I was literally working in civil engineering, and that's whenever I was transitioning into powerlifting and marathoning both, because I never wanted to be one or the other. Again, I said it before, I didn't want to be a full bodybuilder or powerlifter body. It's just wasn't really aesthetically what I was going for.
Right.
I like more the leaner, type. So I started running. I was like, but I don't want the runner's body. I like to have muscle. So I get kind of caught in between. And there was a time where I was getting up at 6 a.m. I'd be on the road at 6:15, done by 7 with my run. I would go to work. I'd be at work at 8 a.m. I'd get off at 4 and I'd go to the gym and I'd lift until 6 p.m.
Right.
So I mean, you're talking 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. was double workouts as well as 8 hours of work there in the middle of the day.
Man, who's going to do that? Wow.
And I always said, I go, man, I wish I could get paid for this. It's like anything that you enjoy. You're like, I wish I could get paid for this. And then you have those realizations that working out can be part of my job if I see it that way. I don't directly get paid. It's not like I go to the gym and punch the clock.
Oh, yeah.
But obviously half the work that I got I would not have gotten if I didn't put in the gym time. Yeah. And that's just the way that it kind of has constructed into. And you do have those really cool moments of the oh crap moments whenever you do realize that whatever it is that you're doing is working. Whatever that is, it's the first time that you cross a finish line or the first time that somebody says wow, have you lost weight or whatever that is. And one of my first was I was addicted to the show The Biggest Loser.
Oh yeah, I remember that show.
I don't really watch reality TV, but something about the competitive nature of it because as me, I was somebody who was overweight and battled to lose weight. I mean, I lost 70 pounds once. So now it's a TV show about people battling to lose weight. And if you remember the main guy trainer on it, his name was Bob Harper. And he was, character and just somebody that I, really looked up to because I mean, I consider when I was getting into personal training, I was like, who do I want to train? Do I want to train professional athletes to get better? Do I want to train the average person who's just trying to get in shape? Or do I want to take mega obese people to get them to a healthier stature? Because there's far ends of the spectrum. People think, personal trainer, you're just there's a big wide gap between that and being a strength and conditioning coach or whatever. So I really consider, I was like, I think I might want to work at like a like a fat camp or something.
Okay.
Like I would love to just be around people and just show them that you don't have to eat nothing but salads. You know, it's like I still eat cheeseburgers and tacos, you know, it's that you could do that. And then whenever I got out to LA, the first ever fitness workout series that I did, Bob Harper was the host.
Are you kidding me? That's manifesting, man.
Right, yeah. And it was for a website called The Daily Burn, which would put up a new workout video every day.
Yeah.
And I was on an entire series, and I'm literally like training with him because you typically you train for like 2 weeks of like rehearsals and like figuring out the program, and then you film for like a week or two.
Okay, yeah.
So that was one where I'm literally just spending like a week or 2 weeks just working out with Bob Harper every day.
Oh man.
And it was one of those experiences that all of a sudden I'm looking back on the pictures, and I was like, and again, because I knew I was going to be on TV, I was the most strict I'd ever been on my diet. I was so locked in, and I see what I looked like on those videos. And I was like, man, I was just at that point in the best shape of my life.
Yeah.
And then it became, how do I top that? I want to be in, you know.
Yeah. That's that internal battle you said you were doing earlier. You're always challenging yourself. That's cool, man.
No matter what it is, and obviously the older that we're getting, the obviously I can't compete with the 25-year-old version of me that used to be able to, I used to be able to do something. Yeah. At one point I got to where I could do 100 burpees without stopping.
Without
throwing up. And I don't even think about doing a burpee. I'm like, I don't need to do it. I'm in my 40s now. If I could go the rest of my life without ever doing a burpee, I'm okay.
The devil's punishments.
Exactly.
I hate those things.
I'm good on that. I look at it completely different. You know, with every phase of my life. I haven't ran a marathon since I was in my 20s either.
Yeah.
I've done some halves, but you just got to know where you're at in your life, and try not to compete with the 25-year-old version of yourself, because you're going to lose that battle
every time. And, I used to have pictures and trophies up back in my martial arts heavy hardcore days when I was like yourself, in shape, the baddest guy walk on the mat. I had to put those things in storage because I was fooling the crap out of myself, man. I kept trying to work out like that guy, come back holding my back, my neck.
Yeah. That's right. That's common.
You ain't joking, man. So throughout the years and throughout each phase, but the common thing here is you've always been in some form of shape. You've been in shape, but a different how do I say not technique, but different training regimens. Is that correct? As you got older,
well, it's also, I don't care who you are. Things are going to get tiring, and you're going to get burnt out on some things. It's going to happen. You get people that love sports, play sports for 30 years. All of a sudden they say, I just don't love it anymore. And that's what's tough, is that you see some athletes, you got to drag them off the field.
Because they stay on too late.
Right. And there is a difference there. Yeah. But for me, like I said, throughout my 20s, it was really the marathoning and the powerlifting. Throughout my 30s, it got into the competitive bodybuilding. Yeah. And now that I'm here in my 40s, I'm way more of an endurance athlete that can't run really anymore. Okay. So I go on like super long hikes. I can go clear 20 miles in a day. I've climbed mountains. It's one of those ones where you always have a different type of goal. And that's one thing, is that like I said, I loved basketball. I used to play basketball every single day. Wow. And then one day I realized I could not do it. I can't make a cut. I mean, I go out there and I could shoot, but once you get me running around,
hitting those corners and dips,
Oh yeah, I mean, you talk to like a orthopedic surgeon, and they say that basketball keeps them in
business. CrossFitters.
ACL and Achilles, they're gonna go, and it's a shame. But again, know your limits and know that you can transition into something else.
Okay.
Like I got a buddy who was a competitive baseball player for he never made the majors, but it was through college and minors, and he did that and then he even played in fast pitch into men's leagues until he was 40. Oh. And it was just hitting the point. He can't even get around on balls anymore. He can't even, come out of the chute running because and he started golfing, so he's golfing 5-6 days a week. And he said that for his own sanity, it was the best thing that could have ever happened, was that he found something else.
Yeah, I get it, brother. I get it.
I said the same thing with my hiking. With my hiking, really replaced my running, because like I said, I am an endurance athlete. I don't have the fast twitch muscle fiber, but I could go all day long.
Yeah.
So now that I'm in flat and living in Texas, I wear a weighted vest.
Yeah.
I do all the things that try to make it harder.
Yeah. Oh man, but that's so cool, man. You can always keep growing, and but I think you said something earlier. I just touched on it. You're always fighting against your younger self, and that's the problem for most of us. Not you, because you've crossed over that, but for most of us, I know a lot of times, like every morning I work out. Like I had to bust a workout between podcast recordings this morning, and I was just like. And I was like, what's a fast way I can get a quick 20-minute workout in? And my mind went back to the old days. There was a burpee involved in there. There was a whole bunch of crap. And I didn't do half of them. I just went back to, let me pump these weights. So, let me do these squats. Oh, man.
I was just on the road for a week, and I'm in the if they don't have gyms, what do you do?
What do you do?
So I give myself at least 10 minutes of good stretching, a few calisthenics, even busting out push-ups, because that is better than nothing.
Yeah.
And especially being on like a road trip where you're not eating your best. You're spending a lot of time sitting down for long periods of time. And I try to tell everybody that. I was like, look, even if you don't have the time, 10 push-ups takes 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Add 5 seconds of getting down and up. Yeah. But I mean, 20 seconds, just drop down to a set.
Yeah, yeah.
You've all got, if your schedule is so tight that you don't have 15
Nobody's schedule's that tight. Nobody,
right,
yeah.
You might have to loosen something up there.
Yeah.
But it's always something's better than nothing. And it's every little thing adds up. It is walking your dog. I mean, you get people that walk their dog that'll literally walk down 2 houses. The dog will go to the bathroom. They'll walk inside. It's like, what are you doing? Like, take a lap around the block.
Yeah.
You ain't got to go. I take mine for 30 minutes. But
you're wearing your dogs out, man.
And they're wearing me out too, and I'm doing it just as much for me.
Yeah.
I tell you what, one of the most tragic ones, one of the hardest times of my life, for most people too, was during the pandemic.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
I was into competitive bodybuilding then, and then that's whenever all of a sudden
everything
gyms
was shut down.
And then in LA, they shut down the hiking trails. They shut down.
Crazy.
They gave us a thing where you couldn't even go outside unless you were walking a dog.
What?
So my dog around that time, she used to get walked 3-4 times a day because it was.
My dog's got a bladder problem. I got to keep him.
Right, yeah. I was like, this is what's happening,
Wow.
But it was just the mental of trying to do anything. And you talk about competing against your older self. I got a funny story for that one. In that I've done several workout video series, and the last company that I was working for is Beachbody, which is about the biggest home workout company in the world. And I remember doing P90X. Yeah, whenever that was new. I went to years without going to the gym because I could just do this and I'd feel good about it. It wasn't until I got into competitive bodybuilding that I realized that I needed more heavier weights in a gym. Yeah. But I mean, I was just doing P90X and anything that I could at home. Yeah. And then I tried to go to P90X like during the pandemic. Oh man, yeah, that's I wasn't 27 anymore. It did not go well. Right. It was I also modifying everything. Oh yeah. How did I do that? I think about it. I used to just fly through those. Yeah,
and be done and feel great and go do some other crap afterwards, man.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh!
Doing those 2-hour weightlifting sessions. Now you get me. I started to learn that 45 minutes is the perfect amount to go lift weights.
You're done.
Yeah, you're good. Anything more than that, just cut down your break time a little bit.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah, 20 sets is plenty.
There you go, man. Same way when it's up to martial arts, and I can't keep up with the young guys, and that's also I'm all about self-defense. So I used to teach all these self-defense courses and tactical, all this stuff, and now I'm like, you know what? I'll still win, but it ain't gonna be pretty. I'm telling you,
Yeah, that's it with a lot of the sports. It's like, I shifted into old man game a long time ago. I'm not
exactly. Man, we were in Wisconsin. It was in Wausau, Wisconsin. I was there for 3 months, because I'm traveling around doing my thing, and I'm going for a morning walk. I'm enjoying myself on the little boardwalk. And it was these teenagers, man, kids are being stupid. And I know they mean anything aggressive by it. But, my bald head, I'm walking around, and this kid walks up to me and says, "Excuse me." And I'm like, "Yeah, what can I do for you?" And he reaches for my head. And just that natural reflex, I grabbed him, pushed him in his face. This was like a couple months ago. And I snatched my glasses off. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? And he just looked so shocked. And I kept walking. And my head was like, whoo, glad that didn't go anywhere past that. It's going to be aggressive. Get my old ass kicked out there on the side of the road by some teenagers, man.
Right. Also, good thing he didn't break his wrist.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things. But the funny thing about it, I walked in and I'm coming back, and because I'm an old man and I have the old emotions. I feel sorry, and and they're still sitting there. And as I'm walking, I'm telling myself I'm gonna apologize to these kids and give them a little lesson about humility. And I shouldn't have reacted that way. And so as I'm walking to them. And the kid's like, he comes, he's, sir, I'm so sorry. He just started saying how sorry he was. And that gave me hope for these young kids again. I said, you know what? I'm sorry for my aggressiveness. And he's like, you know what? You scared me a little bit. I'm like, well, that was the point.
There's something about, obviously, I don't know if it's a generational thing, but when we grew up, I just assumed that every old man could give a whooping to any young person.
It's an old man's strength, man.
Absolutely. I remember when I thought I was in like my peak, I was like 26 or something like that, and we were messing around in the river, and a buddy of mine who's like 55 or something like that, we're kind of messing around, we're wrestling a little bit. And he put his hands on me, and it was like clamps.
Right, that gorilla grip.
He's that old muscle. And Dom May, there was a 30-year bricklayer. He literally just bricks for a living. So his hands were, they're
steel.
It's like, it's like me trying to dunk a refrigerator.
Oh my gosh.
What? This was one that definitely humbled me. So when I first started competing, I was 32, and I would compete just once a year. And whenever I hit 35, they have another category.
Yeah.
It's the Masters category. So I go in, I was like, cool. I was like, I'll sign up for both. I'll sign up for the Open, which is all ages, and then I'll do the Masters.
Yeah.
So the way that they do it is you do the Open, everybody does their thing, and then even at the end, then they just bring out the Masters. It's just like, because everybody else is competing in their own other categories. Yeah. It's just like, all right, now we take the older guys and put them together.
Yeah, bring the old guys out.
Going into that, I felt amazing. I felt like I was in the best shape of my life. I walked right through my thing. I'm pretty sure I finished first. I finished first, second at the worst.
Yeah.
And I just dominated. I felt amazing. I stepped on stage on the Masters. I was only 35 by a couple months. Everybody else was in their 40s and 50s, and they destroyed me. Oh, wow. I'm looking around. It's just that mature muscle.
Oh, yeah.
The guy's been doing it for 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
I looked like a child compared to them.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, I finished sixth. And I was
these old farts spoke me?
It was the worst I'd ever finished since my first one. And I was like, I was destroyed a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking around, and I had such a respect for them.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, I need to go compete against a 25-year-old.
I need to go back somewhere.
And that word, I'm the old man.
Yep, now you're the old guy, but now the young guy's looking at you the same way you were, like, look at this guy, chiseled and everything else.
Right. So then I came back. I decided to give it up. It was most like the pandemic. Yeah. I was like, because it is hard. It is really hard to get in that competition shape.
Absolutely.
And I was like, I think I'm good. And then a couple of years ago, I turned 40.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it's like everybody else. We have those things where you turn, as a teenager, 30, 40, 50. It hits everybody differently. Yeah. But for me, I was like, great, let's see if I could be the best 40-year-old that I could, can think of.
That's great, man.
And so I shot a movie. And in the movie, they wanted me to lose some weight. I was supposed to be like on heroin. I was like,
how do you get down to that?
Almost like that, emaciated.
Yeah.
So a lot of it, you could do it with makeup, little rings around the eyes.
Yeah.
And, you just have bad posture. Next thing you know, you look like that.
Okay.
But I'm still a little too bulky. So I start cutting down, and I didn't do anything extreme. I was still lifting weights. Yeah. I just lowered my caloric intake. So whenever I'm bulking, I'm more at like a 3,000.
Okay, gotcha.
So I just, go 1,800, 2,000. I'm still eating plenty. I'm just not, 1,000 less than I would normally be.
Yeah.
And so I end up dropping 10, 15 pounds, something like that. And we shoot the movie. And then it was like a week later, I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I've got like an 8-pack. Because the weight that I lost I shrunk everywhere, but it was just my body fat was down. I'm looking, I'm like, it there's another competition. I was like, maybe I make learn the Muscle Beach.
Yeah.
So I started hitting the weights pretty hard again and kind of upped it a little bit.
Yeah.
I did a few of my cheat codes that I know. I did like a carb cycle and changed it up, and then went out there, and won first place again.
Yeah.
All right, I was like,
Old man's back.
yeah, exactly. I came out of retirement to show you this.
I love it. That's cool, man. It's just
The one I'm the most proud of too.
you know what, but you came back to prove you still can do it. It's all in your head, man, right?
Yeah.
It's all in your head, man. Putting it in there. Now, what's your diet look like, man? Because everyone has all these fad diets, the fasting, the vegan, the all carnivore, all this stuff. I think everything works for somebody, but what do you suggest?
Yeah. Well, for me, it is. I suggest that any diet that completely disregards an entire food group or an entire macro, I really can't totally get behind it. Okay. I get that some people have bodies are different, so the carnivore or the keto diet is really good for them. I mean, me personally, I run great off carbs. I mean, if I try to cut down carbs and I flatten out and I'm just, I'm not functioning right. I mean, I don't know if it's the glucose in the brain or whatever it is. Yeah. But I realized that whenever I changed, I was on what I thought was the traditional bodybuilder diet, high protein, low carb, low fat. I realized I was way off. I actually need high carb, moderate protein, moderate fat.
Okay.
And once I changed that, my whole body chemistry changed. And I started to fall in. I am a 3 square meals a day guy with a snack if need be, if depends on how the day persists. Yeah. Some days I'm only 2 meals a day because if I am training hard in the morning, I will do a lot of fasting training. Okay. I do like to get in something before I eat in the morning. But again, varying degrees. Whenever I'm bulking, though, I will not do anything fasting. I eat 2 meals before I work out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then another snack or another meal, and I do the afternoon workouts. Maybe I'll do fasting cardio first thing in the morning, 20 minutes of the elliptical or something. Yeah. But outside of that, it is I perform better whenever I'm fed. Okay. But for the most part, I mean, I eat same balanced meals. I eat like the same 5 foods every day. Every day I eat eggs every morning. I will do either I'm on the Dave's Killer Bread right now. The sprouted wheat. I do 2 pieces of that. And then, I do like 5 eggs in the morning. And then for lunch, almost every single day, I do turkey or chicken, sometimes pork or beef, depending on, also it's a price thing and being able to cook it in bulk. Yeah. But I pretty much do ground turkey, rice, and broccoli every single day with something to change it up, whether it's something, teriyaki or garlic, or, I'll put it with a salad or even, something. Gotcha. And then pretty much do that every single day. And then I try to eat this one salad every day. But my salads, I still put a cup of rice into my salad. So I'm still getting a full carb meal with it. Or sweet potatoes. I do a lot of quinoa, sweet potatoes, rice every single day. No quinoa?
The devil's mush.
But pretty much just pretty balanced. Okay. I make sure that I get protein and a veggie in every single meal and a carb in basically every single meal. But I will do carb cycles where I will do like a regular carb day, which for me, whenever I'm bulking, is about 300 grams a day. Yeah. Normally it's between 150 and 2. Okay. And then, so I'll do like a regular carb day. I'll do a low carb day, which is only like, say, 1 meal or a meal and a half of carbs. So you're only getting about, 75 to 100. Yeah. And then the next day I'll do no carbs at all. Oh, okay. And it's just,
and that's like all week long or just like constantly?
Yeah, I'll cycle that for like, about like a 9-day cycle or something like that. Because if you do it for too long, you are messing with your metabolism. Gotcha. And then your body will forget how to start burning carbs. And then once you put it back in, it'll just hold on to it. So that's one of the problems too, is when people do some of these like carnivore, but then they have that slip up and they eat pizza. Well, guess what? That pizza is going to be way worse for you than it is for the guy next to you.
Exactly.
Because your body doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
So, like everything in moderation. No offense to the vegans. It is hard to get enough protein if you're strictly vegan, because if you're getting it only from beans and broccoli and your beloved
I've never seen a really good, healthy looking vegan. I'm not knocking anybody, but the vegans that I've seen, they never look too healthy. But
I agree. I mean, I know some that are extremely skinny.
Yeah.
And then I know other ones that just, it's like the body type isn't quite where you want it to be.
Yeah.
And, they start getting bone density issues
Yeah.
and their hair falls out. And there's a lot of things that come with it because a lot of people don't take, vitamins and supplements are there for a reason.
Okay.
And they're to supplement what you cannot get in your normal diet.
Okay.
So if you're not getting enough protein, cool, take a scoop of protein. It's that easy.
Okay.
You don't have to necessarily do it.
Yeah.
But you get people that, they don't know where their vitamins are. They could have vitamin deficiencies. They say, oh, I take this multivitamin.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with multivitamin, it's this big.
Exactly.
If you're deficient in iron, you need twice that just in iron alone.
Right.
So it's important to know your body, know what your tolerances are, what you're deficient in, because again, almost everybody is deficient in something natural.
Yeah.
It's just the way that our bodies are. Body chemistry is a thing.
Absolutely.
And now that we're doing this cool biohacking, it's like you can do so much with vitamins, supplements, peptides to actually balance you out to where you're not tired. Some people are like, I'm tired all the time. I drink coffee and it doesn't work. It's like, oh, well, you have a B vitamin.
Yeah,
deficiency.
simple as that.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Take 2 pills in the morning and it'll literally change your life.
Yeah.
And so any one of those diets, like you say, any one of those real fad diets, anything that they call a diet, almost you want to avoid. It's like, just eat clean.
Okay. Yeah, clean as you can get, right?
I try to limit it, As I said, I spent a week on the road, so I didn't eat clean, but I did the best that I could. And, whenever you could opt for something healthier, you try to do it.
Yeah.
But I know whenever I first started competing, I did MyFitnessPal.
Okay.
And I counted every calorie that I did.
Yep.
And it took all the fun out of life.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying with these diets. They do that.
It was brutal. Yeah, it was looking at the end of the day, and it'd be like 10:30 at night, and I'd be like, okay, I need 17 grams of protein, 4 grams of fat, and I'm only allowed 209 calories. So I would figure it out, and I'd be like, I get half a Greek yogurt, a tablespoon of peanut butter, and I'm, to hit my macros exactly.
Yeah.
And then after I did it for 6 months and I realized where I was majorly under eating, which was one thing that I didn't realize. I was under eating. I was way under my calories. And like I said, I was eating too much protein, not enough carbs. So once I did that, I figured it out, and I haven't counted a calorie since because I got so strict that I figured out how to do it. It's like, now it's like driving. It's like, when was the last time you read your driver's manual?
Good point.
You just go in autopilot and you drive.
Good point, man.
So it becomes this thing that if you live it, you figure it out. You don't have to, occasionally you need that reminder or like, hey, I'd like to see where I'm at so you could check back in.
Yeah.
But for the most part, if you really dive into it, it just becomes part of a lifestyle.
Wow.
And that's what I tried to tell every client that I had. I was like, look, I don't want to have to give you a diet.
Yeah.
Because I know that I'm going to give you every meal to eat every day. And it's going to be on Tuesday. You're going to get 6 ounces of grilled chicken and half the sweet potato and Brussels sprouts. And I know that once I don't write it down for you, you're never going to eat that again.
Never, ever. This cookie has enough protein in it.
Right. You see those things that come out and they're like, yeah, if you eat 3 string cheeses, you get the same amount. And I'm like,
what?
Don't eat 3 string cheeses. That is not what.
Oh man. But the way you think about your body is really cool though. Like you were saying that if you treat it like it's just like your workout, you treat it like a job. You treat your body as, hey, this is the only thing you got. If you learn your body will teach you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that,
and
man.
once you start, again, you have to ebb and flow.
Yeah.
It's like, I know people that whenever I would give them, because a lot of my clients I used to do, I would train with them once a week in person, and then I'd give them the workouts for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
And then I would check in with them the next week. I'd be like, oh, how'd it go? And I'd be like, on chest day, I didn't do bench because the bench was taken. I was like, well, did you use dumbbells? Was the dumbbell taken? They're like, well, no, it says bench press. It says barbell. I was like, you grab dumbbells, or did you, what about the machine? Was the machine open? There's 9 chest machines. Oh, it just said, I said,
right.
What's the matter with you? Because if it's not exactly what is in the program, they can't function. And it's like, that's part of the thing that like people hate about going to the gym and other people are there. Where really you're supposed to be inspired. You're supposed to be motivated by other people being around. Sometimes I'll see somebody doing something and I'll be like, oh yeah, completely forgot about that workout.
Yeah.
I will do that now. Or
Yeah.
I get flattered if I'm on a machine and I'm doing something weird. I'm doing the rope, but I'm doing the leaning forward, doing a pull, an overhead pull through. And then I leave the machine and then I see somebody else go and do
Do the
it.
same
I'm like,
thing.
yeah, I just inspired them.
That's cool though, man. That's motivating some other people.
Yeah, it's a good feeling to have. And, it just makes you, the gym or if you're on a sports team or in a rec league, you're supposed to be motivated by the people around you. And very few people get completely self-motivated.
Yeah.
So when I tell people, it's like, it's better off to work with a trainer or follow a program, even one that you find on the internet. You can type into ChatGPT,
Oh yeah.
full body workouts, and it'll show you exactly what to do.
Yeah.
I mean, they have so many apps, so many everything.
Oh yeah.
That I do almost feel bad for people that are in the gym. You could tell that they don't know what they're doing. They're just kind of drifting along, and they're doing a couple bicep curls because that's something that they know, and then they'll go do a leg extension because it's obvious what it is.
Yeah.
And so with whatever it is, that's why I tell everybody, I'm like, go to the class. Go to the classes are great.
Oh
Most offers a free class.
Yeah.
It's like, just do the class.
Yeah.
You're gonna be surrounded by people. It's gonna motivate you. It's like, just follow along. People are like, oh, I get intimidated because I don't know what I'm doing. It's like, trust me, everybody in there
don't know what they're doing. But that's that mindset with today. I don't go in this whole today's kids or today's people, but everyone's got something in their head. And I was reading this article today. It was really cool. It was this morning, reading this little quick article talking about we gaslight ourselves every day, all day, because we're assuming somebody else is looking at us, somebody else is thinking a certain thing about us, and it's people don't care that much about you. Just go live your life. Yeah.
You're absolutely right. And it is something that they said that's one thing that old age teaches you is that nobody cares, and that's the best feeling in the world.
It sure is.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
You could be the old man walking around the locker room naked.
No one cares. But we do remember him, though. Oh, man, but that's so true, man. It's just fitness stuff, man. It's like you were saying before, you decided to go with the obese to make them smaller, living healthier. Now, did you find that to be tougher? Because in my mindset, I'm thinking food is like a huge drug, and it's like getting people off that addiction.
It's so I ended up I did not work primarily with that. I did continue to bounce around a little bit, and with that, it was they're the most emotional ones. That is for sure, because to them it's not necessarily health. It's not necessarily vanity. It's a little bit of everything. I mean, if you get the best athletes and this guy just wants to, be good at this one sport, then that's one thing, because then you have a direct goal.
Right.
But with them, it's a lot of them don't even know. And that's why I try to tell people specifically, be very specific about your goals, because if you say my goal is to lose weight, that it's never going to happen. Yeah, you may drop some weight, but you will never hit that goal. But if your goal is I want to lose 5 pounds by Christmas, that is a goal that you could hit. You're very specific with the amount, with the date.
Be specific. I like that.
I want to lose 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Because if you just say that, everybody wants to lose 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Do you know one person that doesn't want to lose 10 pounds or something?
Right.
It's like, I'm still in great shape. I still weighed myself yesterday after my road trip, and I'm like, damn, I need to lose 3 pounds.
Oh no!
And it's my goal to have it done by 1 week back.
Oh,
so
man.
it's one of those ones where I'm like, because it's very specific. I'm gonna lose 3 Tuesday, and that is a problem. People are like, I want this, and that goes beyond weight, beyond fitness. Like again, if it is, you get guys that specifically, how much of it is a guy who starts to lift weights? We all need to hit 225 on bench. It's just the thing.
That's the thing. You got to get those double plates.
If you've never done it, you're missing out. And, and then as soon as you really get into it, then there's something about those 3 plates. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never hit 3 plates.
Really?
I hit 305, so I have hit 300.
Yeah.
Never hit 315.
Oh yeah, that was a great goal hitting that baby.
Shoulder and killed me.
Oh.
I was like 190 pounds, I think, at the time.
Wow.
So 1.5.
That's not bad at all, brother.
Oh yeah, and but there's something about it.
Yeah.
So it's like, if a guy comes to me and that is his goal, there's ways of cheating that to get it. You know, you do those quarter reps and you start to get the ligaments
Mm-hmm.
ready. I mean, there is ways of doing it to being able to one time chest up 215 or 225, that is. And there's something about it. So if you're very, very specific, but the average person is not that specific, it may be something kind of general. Like, I want to fit in my old jeans that I wore, that my fat pants that I will never get rid of. And, you know, it's like, and that's one of the things whenever I work with clients, this is absolutely underrated. Once they drop, they don't even have to lose weight because, you know, the body typically changes its shape before the weight actually drops, obviously muscle being more than fat and whatnot. But I tell people, I was like, go buy a brand new t-shirt. I almost always recommend, depending on their skin tone, I'm like a navy blue or something, because it's not black, it's a darker color. Go buy a t-shirt one size smaller than what you think that you're currently wearing. If you're an XL guy, go buy a large. And once they put it on and they see that it starts to fit and snug where
the right areas,
it's just, they've never seen themselves like that before. And you're just like there's that visual, because as a species, we do need that visual difference. And what do they say? It takes 6 weeks for somebody else to notice. It takes 3 months for you to even notice or whatever, yourselves every day. And also it's like, you know, you look at yourself, also you'll see like a side by side. That's why I always tell people, take progress pictures. Take one before you start. Make sure to do it shirtless, side to side. And I told one of my last clients, who was a girl that I went to high school with, she reached out to me and was like, you know, hey, we're the same age and I look 10 years older than you. How do I, you know? And I'm like, well, let me give you this basic guide. And so I was doing the virtual coaching with her, and I was like, okay, take pictures. And I gave her examples, and she said, her response was like, ew, you want pictures of me in my underwear? I go, I don't want them.
These are for you.
I was like, you know, I didn't want to tell her, like, if she's listening. I'm sorry, it's no offense to you. It was strictly for your own good.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Even if you see the scale moving, if you see something, you're still not going to see it.
Yes.
And there's those people that you see once a year. And if you do see them, I mean, you could get blown away. I saw a buddy that I worked on a movie with. I worked on a movie with him last year. I saw him. I was just like, did a double take, and you just see it. And I go, dude, you look great. And you just see the pride in him.
That's
like,
cool, man.
I was like, dude, good for you. It was just that. And he told me one of the things was that I had motivated him.
That's
good
stuff, man.
I was like, God, that's cool. Because he'd hit me up occasionally for advice. And I'm like, I'm the free advice, just guru. Whatever. I just want to see everybody feel good and succeed. And it was pretty funny because a couple of years ago, I was noticing some people were taking advantage of me.
Yeah, of course. People always do.
I wasn't really doing the personal training anymore, because I kind of transitioned out of doing it in person. And I didn't really jump full on board into like the private coaching online or anything. Like, that just wasn't really my thing. As a fitness model, I would do workout videos. I would even send people the program. I was like, do this one. This is the best program I could think of. And I started noticing that, I'm sitting there thumbing out. And this is before Chat GPT or anything. And I would sit there and I would thumb out full diets, full workout programs, just for people that would ask. Girl is like, what are you doing? You know, like, you're just giving it away.
Just giving it away, man.
Yeah, I would. She's like, it's cool that you're giving it away, but it's the time consuming that it's taken. She's like, if you want to post that on Facebook, be like, hey, great diet plan.
Yeah.
And then anybody who's interested can see it.
Smart,
That's one thing.
Yeah.
But for somebody to read, and I'm like, what do you like to eat? Do you have a sweet tooth?
You're spending time with these people, man.
Exactly, because it's just, it's like caring.
Yeah, it's your nature, man. Yeah.
And it was, it started becoming to where it was too much, because I also noticed this was a hard one to swallow, was that if you give people things for free, they don't appreciate it.
They do not appreciate it. Yes, sir. That's old man knowledge right there.
Yeah. And that goes across the board.
Yes.
I mean, I was working events in LA. I was bartending and managing events. And you could give somebody every drink that they could want. You could give them the world, all the free food. They won't tip $1. They'll take one bite, throw it away, take a sip, set it down. if I charge them $18 for that drink,
They're gonna
not
finish
only
it.
would they tip me, but they'd be sucking on the ice.
Exactly.
And
Exactly,
just,
man.
I
It's
guess
crazy.
it's human nature.
It is.
And with it, I mean, I guess we're flawed in our ways,
Yeah.
but that was one that really got me. So she said, you need to be charging people whatever it is, a consultation.
Yeah,
So I
something.
started doing 30 minutes, give me $50.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're paying for it, you're gonna listen.
You're gonna take it serious. That's right, brother. That's right.
Exactly. And that was, I hated to think of it as a business, because I still come from the mindset that you shouldn't charge for everything that you do. Your neighbor needs help.
You go
family
help your
member
buddy.
needs help.
It's that Midwest
You just
life.
do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's one of those ones where I was like, oh, right. Like, these are more strangers. These aren't friends and family.
Yeah.
And not that there's anything wrong with that. I still help them out. But it started to get to that point where you got to know your limits.
Yeah.
Because people will take advantage.
Yep.
And they will take it for granted.
Yes, sir. So. Exactly. And they're gonna come and then the time you say no, finally, you're the bad guy now. You're the bad guy.
I went through a weird one that it felt good to have the cleanse and the purge of friends that I felt were getting to me like that.
Yeah.
Was whenever I shot my first feature film, like, as a producer, and I was trying to raise funds for it. And I was paying out of pocket for some things. I was getting investors. I was doing anything that I could. And I did the crowdfunding route. I went ahead and I did an Indiegogo, and it was like, pre-buy the DVD, you know, like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is.
I'll put a special thanks in the credit if you give me $20. And I mean, every single cent was going to the movie. It's like, that's the difference of us having water on set. And I had a couple people that I had been giving out all this free advice, all this stuff. And then I would reach out to them, be like, hey, I'm doing a crowdfunder. And they'd be like, oh, I don't have any money. I'm like,
of course.
All right, well, I had one gentleman that kept asking me advice, but then he would also, like, whenever I told him the thing of like after he lost a few pounds, I told him, I was like, go buy a shirt, right? I was like, it said kind of the thing. And he went and he bought this button-up shirt that was like kind of cuffed on the sleeves. He looked great. I was like, dude, you look phenomenal. Good for you. You did the work. And again, I never charged him a dime. I was just happy to see him do it. From that point on, he kept sending me pictures of himself in new clothes that he was buying. Yeah. And then he would go out to eat all the time, and he would always take a picture of his food and send it to me, be like, you'd be proud of me. I ordered a salad or whatever. So this guy's living a lifestyle of shopping weekly and eating
and
out
not giving you a dime.
And he couldn't afford $10 to, have me. And I was like, I gotta be honest with you. This is, and it's not about I did that for you,
but
so
it's
you
not.
could.
But it's that it stings a little bit, though. I'm here to help you, and you can't, help a brother out, kind of thing.
There was another gal who, again, asking weight loss advice, and again, never charged her a dime, and she had found me from a movie that I had done, and so she was kind of a fan of both the fitness side as well as the movie side. Yeah. And I thought that we had a really good relationship. And like I said, because I would answer every question, I would help her out. And then again, I sent her the campaign. I was like, hey, I'm making my own movie. I'm really stepping out. This is a big deal to me. What can I do? And I sent it to her. And she basically also said, I can't afford it right now. 2 days later, she sent me. She said she went to Walmart and she had bought Blu-rays. She had bought like Aquaman Blu-ray. She spent like $100 on Blu-rays at Walmart.
Oh my gosh!
And was like, "Oh, I got the movie that you recommended or whatever." I'm like
what? Can you give me $10?
Yeah, you couldn't pre-buy my movie.
Yeah,
like I was just pre-buying it. It's not a blind donation.
Yeah.
It was just pre-buying it because that's how we do. We pre-sell stuff, and that's how stuff gets made. And I was like. And at that point, I went ahead and I did a purge. Yeah. And there was people that and it was weird because it did give me the opportunity, and it sucked from a point of view that I felt like I was being selfish. Like, now you're not giving me anything.
No,
so
it's not that at all.
Well, really what it was that was the opportunity. And it was eye-opening to see that these people that I've been helping for years and years, that once you ask for, even something remotely to come around, and I believe what goes around comes around.
100%. I live on that. Yep.
So it's like, and again, I'm not asking for things, but also it's like I've been stolen from because I would steal from people. Oh yeah, because I would never, and so I've left myself vulnerable because I'm like, who's gonna do that? And all of a sudden now my bike got stolen out of my garage, and I was like,
who steals a bike?
We're like a private gated neighborhood. Who's one? you know? Like,
Is it John next door?
I'm a 40-some-year-old guy that just got my bicycle stolen. I feel like a child. I didn't leave it. And it was too where I was loading up my car and the garage door was open. I went inside and I came out and it was gone. I
Oh
was
my
like,
gosh, that's
like
quick.
they were waiting for it. It was,
I want
and
that
again,
bike.
a private area too, literally a gated community that all of
Wow.
our it was a condo complex and there was just the alley with all the garages. I
Yeah,
was like,
someone G'd you for your bike.
yeah, my own bike in my own house. I'm like,
You know, I always say this all the time. I tell guys, you hear all the crime out there, and the thing that bothers me the most is theft. You know, murder, you don't want anybody to get killed, but murder, that's almost a personal thing. You know, I can see that. You know, I got a list of
crime
people
of
too.
passion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But when someone steals from me, I get irate. I mean, I get
Yeah,
really upset.
I literally got stolen. I got robbed every single year that I was in LA
Oh,
to some
jeez.
degree.
Ugh.
I was there for like 4 months. So they popped my trunk. So not only did they take the crap that was in my trunk, which wasn't even much,
Yeah.
but now I had to like go get it fixed too.
Oh,
because
now a job, a bill, another bill on top of it.
right. So that was in North Hollywood,
Oh,
at
jeez.
just out in the street, you know.
Man.
And then yeah, some of the worst ones. It was I got stolen out of the gym one time. Same thing. Went to I was at my locker and I pushed it shut and I didn't lock it. And
Oh.
I went in right around the corner to brush my teeth and then
Yeah.
came around and yeah, my portable phone charger was taken.
What?
I was like, what
Really?
the fuck? You know?
You could have asked me. I'll let you borrow it.
Right? Yeah. So yeah, I got my car broken into
Wow.
at least 3 times. Trailheads is where they do it.
Yeah.
I'd be climbing the mountain, all of a sudden I get a thing telling me from my credit card company like, "Are you trying to spend $400 at CVS?" And I'm on a mountain. I'm like,
No.
"Oh." It turns out the thieves out there, they'll have a lot of clickers for the
Yeah.
cars.
Oh, I
And
heard
there's
about
only
that.
so
Yeah.
many clickers that there could be.
Yeah.
So if they have like 6 Honda Civic clickers, because I was driving a Honda Civic at
Yeah.
the time, that there's only like if you just drive around, there's
Just
and
keep
you're
clicking
just clicking them, trunks will pop.
Yeah.
And cars will, and so they
Yeah.
they did that at a trailhead. I came
Oh.
out from one trailhead, my window was busted out. It's like,
Oh,
you know, at
man.
trailheads, you're gonna be on for like an hour.
Oh man.
So you just sit there and they can wait on you, and this
Right?
just I mean, I got robbed so never once in my face. I never got held up
Well,
or
praise
anything.
God, man.
I don't think I was ever pickpocketed, but
Yeah.
it was every other way you could imagine. I was on a movie set. Somebody went through my bag, stole some stuff.
Oh, the
at a
movie set. Oh, my
The movie
God.
set. Yeah, usually they have security at holding.
It's
but
probably was
not
the
all.
security.
And, yeah, so they had that. I got robbed at work one time. Same thing. I
Jeez.
brought in a bag. I had snacks. I had stuff in
They
there.
got you
I
for
put
your
it back.
snacks.
They put us in the waiting room. I come back. All my snacks are gone.
You like keep the bag. Where are the snacks, man?
Right? Yeah. I was mouthwatering for that Cliff Bar.
I feel you, man. I feel you. Thieves just bother me, dude. I was in Ohio and go to this barbecue place, a drive-through window. I forgot how much money I gave the guy. And he's like, you know, he didn't have change for a 10 through the window or whatever it was. And so he had a great, I talk, as you can tell, I talk to everybody. So I'm talking to this cat, and I was supposed to get like $10 back, you know, for the change because he had to get it out of the back or something. So he wads up my change and just hands it to me. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I get to the place I was staying, and I was like, oh, my God, I put my money, I put on the counter. I was like, wait a minute. This is only $3. I was like, he got me for $7. I was upset. And my friend, she kept saying, don't go back over there. I'm like, I'm going back to my $7.
Man,
I would have given it to you as a tip. But I was so bad. Thieves are the worst, man. You had it all happen to
They
you.
really are. I got there was one time I was ready. I kind of wanted to go there and confront somebody.
Yeah.
I had one credit card that it was like the emergency credit card that I never used.
Yeah.
And there was one day that I went out we went out to get some lunch just around the block from my house.
Yeah.
I lived on a main road and it was literally at the corner. We walked down there. And that just happened to be the day. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and use this card just because, like, I pay annually
And
for
you
it
got to
anyway.
use it a little bit before it goes. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, cool, it's a $17 meal or whatever. I'll run the card and then I'll pay it off tomorrow because that's how I do. It's paid off as soon as you can.
Yep.
So I go to do that. And then, what was it? About a week or two later. Now, I hadn't used this card in like 3 months.
Yeah.
And then, like, a week or two later, I get a thing from their fraudulent department saying that there was for something from a website called Reverb Nation, I think was the name, which is music stuff.
Yeah,
And
download
they were
music.
trying to order they were trying to order like an $800 interface.
Oh, jeez.
And they were like, okay, we're just calling to verify. I was like, no, not me. I was like, what's the address that you're delivering to? Because it was for delivery.
Yeah.
And they're not allowed to give me the address. But whenever I read my address, they go, the street name is right.
Yeah.
But the numbers are different. So I guarantee it was somebody that lived on my busy
it had
street.
to be, yeah.
At the restaurant, and it was probably the server. He probably took it to run the card, took a picture of the front and back of the credit card.
All the time they do that.
That's all it takes.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm like, no, you tell me, and like, they will not tell you.
Yeah, they won't tell you anything.
Yeah, and I don't know if they investigate the other guy either. I think it's just they cancel it,
and give you your money back and move on. Yep.
I was like, that guy should be charged with felony.
Oh yeah.
I mean that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, at the time it was before. I think felony is now 1,000, but at the time felony
it should be $1. You steal $1 from someone, take them in. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, man. And it's the fact that I was like, give me the address. Yeah. And they were like, do that. And I was like, but it's mine. What if I say yeah and I approve the payment?
Yeah.
You can tell me what the address is so that I can go hand deliver it?
Yeah. And that's when that old man kicks it again. We want to punch everybody, then we have to breathe a little bit, step back, and say, I'm going about my life today. But
yeah, well, that's that. Like you say, punch yourself because it is so scary knowing what the danger that you could do. I mean, you know better than anybody. I did it one time when I was 21 years old, still in the. No, I was out of the Marines, so probably right after. It's probably 22, 23. But again, young man in a bar, and a guy and a girl were attacking another woman. Like the women were going at it, and the guy kind of grabbed the girl, and it was like the weird altercation. It was my friend's sister, and it was a whole thing. And I just went right in, and I just flat-footed popped the guy.
Oh, jeez.
And as soon as I didn't even watch like what happened. I popped him, grabbed her, and removed her from the situation. Yeah. And then a bouncer came up to me because we were in a bar. He come up to me, and as I turned around, the guy was completely laid out.
Oh,
I mean, it was a broken orbital bone.
Holy cow! You got hit by Superman today, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was like. I was like trying to explain. I was like, I had him flat-footed. I didn't even. He must have low calcium.
Right?
Bones.
He must have low calcium. That's perfect. Man, brother, this is awesome, dude. You made my whole day, man. I love just laughing with guys that get to know somebody. You're the guy. You're the guy, man. Oh, man. So what's next on you have some new stuff coming up. I looked you up a little bit, and you were talking about the movie. What's the movie Craven?
Oh, Craven. That was the one that I actually got shredded up for. So in that one, I play a heroin addict that's kind of on the loose. We didn't bust out of prison. We're definitely degenerates in that. That's a fun creature feature. Yeah. It's a lot more psychological, very, very in time. You don't know who the creature is. You know that somebody has it in them because it's the monster inside of us.
Oh yeah.
And, so that one's a fun one. And then I actually did a follow-up with a lot of the same team. We did a movie called A Hard Place, which came out this year. That one's available everywhere that you could see it. It's A Hard Place. Okay. I play a character named Hurt in that one. So that one, another degenerate. But that one, I'm kind of the cool, funny guy in that one. That was I was shredded for that. That was another one where the guy goes, "Hey, can I get you to do a shirtless scene?" I go, "Yeah, absolutely." I go, "Tell you what, let me know 2 days in advance for the schedule so I could be ready for it." And he goes, "All right, well, we're moving some things around in your shirtless scene because it was like it snowed on us at our location. We were actually shooting in Ohio. It's funny you said Ohio. So we were shooting at Dayton, Ohio. It was in February. Oh, wow. It snowed on us. We had to change the schedule a little bit. And he goes, "Hey, I think I want to go shoot your scene tonight." I go, "Bro, what did I tell you?" To feed us like Domino's pizza every day. And I'm like, "You can't feed me Domino's and then give me no time management. Dude, sir, there's too many strikes there." I was man. So I said, he goes, "What about tomorrow?" I go, "Tomorrow works because I could prep for the rest of the day. I'll dehydrate down." And,
man.
So I did it like that. And then same type of thing where I come shredded out. I was like, "I'm ready for my shirtless scene now." But yeah, super fun movie though.
All
We had a
right.
really fun, good cast on that one. A lot of characters. You'll recognize people in that one. That was
Okay.
a real fun movie. That one came out this year. And then I just released my latest action movie. It's called The Handyman.
The
And in that
Handyman.
one, I play the handyman.
It's
So
not a porn, is it?
yeah,
No, I'm just joking.
nah,
No.
not quite. There's a couple moments where you're watching it, you're like, is this going Skinamax style? Because you got to give the guys what they want, you
Right.
know. So there's a beautiful young lady in it. I'll just put
Got
it.
it. Got it. The Handyman. That's your new one out. You have any projects coming up down the road that you work that we should be looking for you down like a year from now? How's that work? You shoot for a couple months and then it comes out like a year, 2 years down the road kind of thing?
Typically, yeah, it's always a little bit different.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a year out. Sometimes they could get it done within a year. All depends on the scope of it. But I always plan for about a year.
Okay.
Yeah, I shot part of Apex Predators Club, and that's the one that we're gonna go back and finish that one off in January. That's the one that I gotta get back in shape for.
Chisel
so.
again.
That's right. But yeah, that was Apex Predators, and yeah, I think that's the only one that I still have coming up. But yeah, quite the slate. I also had another a full blown drama that just came out that I play a detective in.
Okay.
It's called The Mystery of Emma Thorne.
The mystery.
And yeah, that one I'm the detective that's trying to solve the mystery. So
Okay.
it's a whole lot of me talking and investigating.
You're not
so
walking with your shirt off and you're just a gun on. Walk with your shirt off.
that one, yeah, that was one they couldn't quite shoehorn in the shirtless scene into it.
Got
you know?
it.
But
That's awesome, man. And you have a production studio too, right?
I do, yeah. 50 Caliber Productions.
I love that
is my,
name.
Is my company. It's 50 Caliber, Kevin Caliber. It's
Okay.
That's one that we've done a few features, we've done a few series, we've done some fun stuff. Hopefully we can step it up. I'm in negotiations now to a couple projects to potentially get on as a producer and as an actor on like that next level.
Okay.
Because no matter what it is that you're doing in life, I don't care what it is. You always want to try to max out whatever that is. If it's professional wise, I mean, you could choose any career. I mean, there's low paid lawyers out there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Barely make anything.
Yeah.
And then there's very, very high paying people that work at Jack in the Box. You can be the local district manager and pull in $250,000 a year working at Jack in the Box.
Exactly.
So it's your stature in life never really reflects what you can maximize out at. And with me, I did the filming thing. I've been producing for I think 12 years now. So I've been trying to up my game every time. And with some of these feature films that we've been doing, they just only get better. I'm getting into the goal is to always get into bigger rooms and excel at what you're doing.
Gotcha.
And so I'm really getting close. I've been talking with a few other people. And in fact, it reminds me, I need to make a phone call where I get off here to put the little birdie back in somebody else's ear about a potential really big film. So
awesome, man.
Yeah, and I still got one more because I am getting up there in age. I have my bucket list of the things that I want to do.
Yeah.
I would love to do a sports movie of some kind before it's too late.
I don't think where you going, man, it's gonna be too late, dude. You're gonna be 70 looking chiseled with a walker.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I do have I have two bodybuilder movie scripts that one of them a little more on the comedic side, one of them a little more on the dramatic side, depending on one of them could star Adam Sandler and the other one
that's good stuff.
the other
man.
one could be borderline smashing machine that just came out with The Rock.
Yeah.
Where the guy's world is just falling apart. But I also have I still want to do a superhero movie too. So I've been lucky enough to have characters within the Marvel world. I was like one of the Asgardians and Thor. I was one of the Team Strike Force and Captain America. I was one of the Sovereign and Guardians of the Galaxy. So I've been very lucky. Spider Noir is coming out. That's the live action Spider-Verse movie with Nick Cage. That one comes out, I think, in January. I got a little part in that one.
Okay. There's no little parts, man. It's parts, right?
Hey, I love it. Just being on set, you're like,
oh man,
like the first, because they don't tell you what a lot of those are.
Oh, really?
I was on for a movie called Freezer Burn, and I get there and it's Captain America Winter Soldier, which may be the best Marvel movie that there is.
Yes.
And I get there on set first day, and I'm standing in line behind Captain America in full costume ordering a burrito, and I'm like,
oh man!
all right, I think we made it.
I think I've arrived. That's awesome, man. Good stuff, brother. Good stuff.
I'm really concentrated. I did write a script that the movie that I want to make.
Okay.
It's about like a wannabe superhero from Missouri. It's everything that I am.
Yeah.
It's got so much of me in it.
Really?
And it's funny because with it, I've also been shopping the script. So I'm like, look, if they end up making it and it ends up being, you could go good actor. You could go like, like a Channing Tatum type in the role too.
Gotcha.
You could go stunt casting. You could go like Rob Gronkowski and just make him this big ridiculous guy, or you could go funny with it. You could, hire a comedic actor to do, because it's a funny, family, lighthearted script.
That's cool, man.
But in my heart, I'm like, but I want to play it, but I would rather. If say Disney bought it and then it gets made with somebody else, I would also be very happy because it is the superhero that I created. So fingers crossed that
brother,
goes down.
You're on my prayer list every morning now. You are officially on it now, man.
Brother.
I appreciate you, man.
That goes a long way.
That's awesome, man. Appreciate it. Now, before you go, how can your fans find you follow you and all that kind of stuff? What social media you have?
So it's pretty much Kevin Caliber everywhere. You'll see me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Everywhere that there is. Right. Kevin Caliber. I also do kind of cheesy couple stuff with my wife.
That's awesome.
We're in the house. I'm working on, so it's like, hey, if I could have fun and just go mess with my wife and pull a prank on her, and
I love it, man.
So we do some of that. It's just fun. It's like, as a creator, like I went to film school twice, so it's like I think in a lot of cases I think I'm overqualified to be making silly Facebook videos, but at the same time I'm like, no, not at all. That's like that's like saying that Usain Bolt isn't allowed to go for a jog in the park.
Right, good point.
Yeah.
Good point, brother. Man, this has been awesome, man. Thank you for taking the time of your day to make my day. I don't care about the audience, no, I do. But you made my day, brother. I appreciate you more than you know it. Hopefully once you get, your stuff out, we can get you back in and we can, talk more about what's going on with you, brother.
Yeah, I'd love to promote anytime, and I'm going to get that itch to go through a bodybuilding cycle again. I mean, I already know that's going to happen. I think once I turn 45, I got to hit that Super Masters category, the next category.
There you go, and shun all those bad young guys.
Yeah, exactly. Show them how those old boys can do it.
That's right, brother. That's right, man. You're awesome, man, Kevin. I tell you, appreciate you more than my friend. We'll talk soon, brother.
Really great chatting. Love to come back anytime.
Thank you, my friend. Talk to you soon.
Oh, man.